Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Sharvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Sharvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia. But guess what? Heard all across the world wide web. Hey there. Welcome to everyone that is joining us, that's tuning in from Twitter and from Facebook and from Instagram, and certainly those that are catching us from Sharvette.com, hey. And for those that are listening from our mobile app, hey there, welcome. We're glad to have you, and certainly from all of our broadcast stations, we thank you. We thank you for joining us here for another phenomenal show. So listen, I am excited. You know, I always bring you all wonderful guests, and so today is no different. So we're going to be kicking the top of the hour out. My guest is hanging out in the virtual green room right now. We're going to be kicking the top of the hour out with David Frazier. Oh, my goodness, you are in for a treat. Listen. He has been involved in music ministry for over 2 decades. He's written and recorded over 80 songs in the gospel music genre. We are going to be chatting with him today about his new single that is releasing in a short amount of time. I'm telling you, we're hours away, just hours away, really, depending on where you are in the world. Hashtag all for you. You're going to get to hear it and all of that. And this is off of his forthcoming CD, David Frazier, Psalms, Hymns, Spiritual Psalms, Volume 5, Grace Songs. So you're going to get to hear all about that. And then in our second segment, we're going to be chatting with Tanyha Boyd. Yes, friend to the show, one of our advertisers and sponsors. And she is founder of Fab Virtual Book Tours. She's a marketing branding coach. She is a marketing book coach, in particular for authors and writers that are tuning in. So listen, if you know someone that has a desire to write a book, that's getting ready to write a book, that was on their 2014 resolution. It was on their 2015 resolution, and they're putting it back on their 2016 resolution. You need to tweet them. You need to text them. You need to tell them you need to check out the second segment of today's show, because we're going to be giving you tips on how to rock out with your book. That's one of her hashtags, hashtag rock your book. So we're going to be chatting with Tanyha Boyd, and she's also certainly a published author, a publicist herself, award-winning, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Again, we're bringing up our first guest who's been hanging out in the virtual green room, David Frazier. He is no stranger to the show. Strong supporter of my social media. He clicks like a lot and interacts with me online on social media. And we're excited. I am bringing him up to the mic right now so that we can hear from David Frazier. Welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.
Hello.
Hey there. How are you doing?
I am blessed. Glad to be here with you. How are you?
I am doing well. We're so glad to feature you just hours really away from your new single release. Oh, my goodness, hashtag all for you. How does it feel? How are you feeling?
You know, I feel a little anxious, excited. This is the first time that I've ever released a video before I released any music. So This is a very, very interesting kind of experience, and the video has gotten so much views and shares. Just over the 4 or 5 days it's been up, it's almost up to 4,000 views. And looking to release the music, and share it with people. And I'm just blessed to have that opportunity.
I love that. So let's jump right on in and talk about the video. And listeners, if you're hanging out on Sharvette.com, I've got a great blog post about David and the actual video. You can watch it right there from Sharvette.com. I love the video. I love the vibe, the feel. It's you explain to the listeners if they haven't seen it, how did you go about kind of putting this type of video together?
Well, honestly speaking, I really feel like our gospel music ministry, gospel music genre has become very pretentious and very overly commercial and overly musical and overly difficult to use in church and in some regards unrelatable to people. Just regular people that go to church once a week, that sing praise and worship, sing in the choirs, and over the years, being involved with doing a lot of Bishop Hezekiah Walker's music over the years, almost 30 songs for him, and even some of my current music, I've always tried to make music that people could use and sing. But this time around, I wanted to present imagery that was unpretentious, was just reflective of some people getting together. I called some friends of mine. I flew to Pennsylvania, called some people from Delaware, from Baltimore, from South Jersey, and just say, hey, I'm doing a recording. If you're not doing nothing, come and sing. And I just had people come and sing, taught them the song, even had a young lady from a Catholic young lady from Buffalo, New York come. I was a guest for the Catholic Diocese a few months ago doing a workshop, and she came. Her mom brought her, and she's singing on the video as well too. Jessica and Cree Summer Ray came all the way from Brooklyn. And people just came, and I rehearsed with them, laid the tracks, and called a friend of mine from Philadelphia, Mylan, to come videotape it, and what you see is just the event. That's what you see. And
I love it. I love the authenticity of it. Just like you said, it's really kind of these grassroots, unpretentious, authentic things that that people are really drawn to. And I recognize some Philly faces. Big shout out to Lady Tamara, the redhead in the video of the show.
And Stephanie Guy, Lorraine Stencil's daughter, she's singing on the song as well too. Josh Copeland from Salisbury, Maryland, they drove up from there to sing on the record. And it's just, like I said, it's just a real unpretentious, just sincere to just tell God that we want to give it all for him. Our worship, our praise. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day, giving it all for him. So that's what we want to do.
All right. Hashtag all for you. Listeners, those that are just tuning in, hey there, we see you. Those that are coming in from Twitter and Facebook, on the phone lines, hello. Thank you for joining us here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. And we are spotlighting David Frazier, hanging out with us here. New upcoming single release, hashtag all for you. You will be able to pick that up. We're talking about the video. You can check that out at Sharvette.com. Right after you finish listening to the show, of course. So, and I love a line that's
I was going to say, not to cut you off, Sharvette, I was going to say also, too, anybody that watches the video, if it connects them to YouTube, like it, comment it, share it. We don't have enough Christian videos with enough likes on YouTube, so I just wanted to say that as well, too. So now you're going to say something about a line in the song?
Absolutely, yes, and yes. So you can, if you're on Sharvette.com, you can click the bottom right of the video. Will let you view the video in YouTube. So you can sign into YouTube, comment, like, all that good stuff. Absolutely, we want to support. Good. We want to support that. Yes. So there's a line in the song that just. Yeah, your love has found me. I love how that just resonated with me. Talk a little bit about kind of just some of the words in the song and how you were inspired to even write it.
Well, like I was saying, I was in Buffalo, New York a few months ago doing a workshop for some Catholic Christians that love worshiping God up there in Buffalo. Big shout out to them. And met some great people there, great priests and people that were just trying to embrace worship. And I went to the hotel that Wednesday night and just kind of tossing around some things and wrote the song, taught it to them Friday, and they sang it Sunday for the concert. And one of the young ladies there, who was 15 years old, you see her singing in the video, great young lady. Her name is Jessica. And she sang the song, and they just sang the song until they couldn't stop singing it. Wow. And I had a friend come from GMWA that were in the area, from other Kojic churches and other Reformations, Baptists and Methodists, and they just were all gathered together singing this all for you. And it kind of reminded me of I Need You to Survive, how a lot of people sing I Need You to Survive. And and I thought that because this is going to be my fifth Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs, Grace Songs, I wanted to still give people singable, simple gospel worship and praise music. And that's where All For You came from. So, just the whole concept, it was singable, it was simple, and that's what I get from a lot of people that have reached out to me and just say, hey, this was a blessing, this was refreshing, this was different, this is not just what everybody's doing, and you don't hear a whole bunch of, over presentation of gifts and over presentation of talent. It's just a simple message, good, well produced, and that's what I wanted to share with people. I wanted to give people that option, and then because I'm releasing it as a single, I wanted to really just kind of let people get a chance, download the song, sing it at their churches, sing it with their worship teams, use them for altar call, use it for your prayer time, whatever. Just be involved with that song and just let it be a blessing to you. And we've gotten already contacts from Japan and Germany, and England and Canada, and somebody wants me to do a Spanish version. So it's it's been really, really incredible, and I praise God for that.
Oh, you know what? That is such confirmation, because right before you just said that, I was about to say that the song crosses borders. Like it's not in a box. It can fit any culture, any really religion. It can fit any denomination. It's not boxed in. So mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Amen.
On
praise
that.
God.
Yes, mission
praise
accomplished.
God.
All right, so how will people be able to get a hold of it when it is released?
Very simply, you can go on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, all downloadable music sites, and you can, add it right to your playlist at, Spotify, all those things. You'll be able to purchase the song, and it'll be like $1 or something like that, and, hopefully that's the kind of response we'll get. We'll just get people downloading it, people really, gravitating to the video. And now, some people were saying to me that they had the video on repeat on YouTube as they were driving. So now they can just have the song. They can have the song instead of just repeating the video over and over and over again. But it'll be available tomorrow. And please download it. Put your comments, your quotes. The video's on YouTube. Watch the video, like, share, go on Facebook. Let people know that we have some new music out, and hopefully the whole album, Grace Songs, which is my Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs number 5, will be ready by maybe the end of January, middle of February.
Wow. Okay, so certainly not a novice at all. We have said before, and so kind of walk us through, what's the difference between kind of your Volume 1 and now this Volume 5? How has your music ministry really grown and evolved?
Well, I started doing Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs records in the 90s, in the early 90s, middle 90s or so, and it was kind of like I was doing a lot of choir music, and I was having a lot of success that way. So I thought that I would do the Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs music that was not necessarily choir music, but much more smaller groups, self-produced records. And I had I was living in New York at that time, and I worshiped at a church called Agape Christian Fellowship. Big shout out to Pastor Cordelia Wallace and to Bishop David Wallace there in Brooklyn, and their music ministry was called the Agape Music Ministry Shekinah, and I took Shekinah's 4 singers, and we made the very first 2 CDs, and that had songs like His Presence Is Here to Heal, and the high place. I did arrangement of that, and all kinds of different things were on those first 2 CDs. And then I relocated to Texas, and I put out the Psalm Sims Volume 3, which has the song Favor on there, which, a lot of people still listen to on satellite. They still play it a lot. And then Shirley Caesar recorded Favor as well, too. So that kind of helped Volume 3 get going. And then Volume 4 had God is Doing Something Wonderful in Me and Have Your Way in Me with Lisa Page Brooks, and me and Doug Williams from the Williams Brothers did a song together on that. And it's just got a lot of great little varieties of music. So now I'm up to Volume 5. The whole premise behind psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs is that is the platform, that is the parameter that the Bible sets for our music. In the church, it says that we should make melody in our hearts unto the Lord with psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. So there's music that reflects some of the psalms. There's music that reflects hymn arrangements and hymn standard music, and then the spiritual song, which is something that's inspired by the Holy Spirit to share. And we're heading toward the 5th album, and just about maybe maybe about 50 songs on that and that series, and it all comes in sheet music books, and you can share that at your churches as long as
wow.
And they're available on iTunes and all those kinds of places and stuff. And End Time Music out of North Carolina, big shout out to End Time Music, sell a lot of my music there. So now I'm up to Volume 5. 5 is the number of grace. So I thought I would do an album of grace songs. Yeah. So the first single is All For You. There's a great fellowship song on the CD called Reach Out. That me and I'm not going to give away who I'm singing with on that one, but great artists.
Oh, it's a surprise!
Together, surprise! And then there's another song on the record with a great, phenomenal singer from Oakland, California. Just some, and I even got I got some surprises on the record. There'll be some great instrumentals. Just some. It's going to be a great songs record. It should be about 11 or 12 songs on the CD, and a couple of instrumentals, and All For You will be on the CD as well too. And you'll be able to get that on all digital outlets as well too.
Wonderful. And so I know that you probably have like 10 million songs in your repertoire. How do you figure out what gets to get on the project?
Well, honestly speaking, I'm the kind of writer that I pretty much write based on being inspired. So if I'm when I know that I've got a record coming, I just kind of try to put myself in a position, kind of hear and feel where God wants to take me and what God wants to say to me. And so a lot of the music is not old music; it's just kind of music that I've kind of put together over the last year or so. And I really don't like putting out records unless I have songs that I feel like can live past the moment of the record. And
that's good.
Something that's relatable. See, a lot of people just do music basically, based on the fact that they just want to get it out. They want to sell records and stuff like that.
Right.
I really want my music to I want people to go back to my Volume 2 and my Volume 3 and find it relevant 5 or 6 years later, 10 years later. I think the blessing of having the platform that Bishop Hezekiah Walker allowed me to have is that a lot of that music is still liked by people, 10, 15, 20 years later. Second Chance, How Much We Can Bear, I'll Fly Away, I Need to Survive, Power Belongs to God, We Made It. People still like that stuff, and even when I travel, they still want to hear that. So I really tried to make my psalms, hymns, music have that kind of timeless kind of effect where people can go back. You can go on, and all of my projects are on iTunes and CD Baby and Amazon and Spotify, but you can go to Volume 1 and find something that will bless you, just like you'll go on Volume 5 or Volume 4 or Volume 3 and find something. So that's where I'm at musically with that.
Absolutely. And listen, David Frazier, you guys, I'm telling you, thank you for those that are still tuning in. Hey, welcome to the show. And all those songs, those names those song titles he just said, he's the writer for those. So I know you're humble, David, but you have a very impressive track record. And just really, I think, an authenticity you have demonstrated throughout gospel music and just your history and tenure. So we salute you, just for that alone.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I thank God for every opportunity He gives, and even when I'm not perfect and I make mistakes and I do things wrong, He still is consistent. He's still faithful, and I appreciate Him, and I appreciate you for the opportunity and the platform.
Wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I do want you to shout out your producers who help you with any production work.
This record, this All For You single, me and great musician, producer, Troy Chambers out of Philadelphia work with me on All For You. He's playing keys, and we had a couple of other musicians. We did something different for this particular song, but the rest of the CD will have a variety of musicians, a variety of guys, musical directing and things of that nature. So, but big shout out to Troy Chambers. What a great, awesome talent. He recently did the new James Hall CD, and just a great talented guy. And got with him, sent him some thoughts and ideas. We got together on it, and then we farmed in the other instruments, the drums and the basses and the guitars and the different things. And then I brought the singers together, did the arrangement, and then my friend in London, Charles Reeves, did the mix for the single. And then of course Brother Mylan Jones did the video. So I got one more video to come off this CD probably, and like I said, I just want to shout out those people that really helped. Big shout out to Tamara and Stephanie, and to Josh, and to Jessica, and to China and Philly, and everybody that came in to sing, Solera and Tanyha Joy, and just everybody that just said, hey, I'm not doing nothing. I'd love to come and share. We appreciate what you do, and I don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and we certainly wish you much more continued success and really everything your hands find and everything that your hands touch. We wish you continued success. Listeners, we're going to let you hear the single. Yep, we have it. We're going to let you hear it, so don't worry. We're going to play it in just a few seconds. But, David, one question, the last question I have for you, the goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence, and we want to know what continues to motivate you.
Well, I think I'm motivated by my love for gospel music. Gospel music for me in a very young age. I grew up at a church called Bible Way Church in Brooklyn, New York. And as a youngster, I remember leaning over my church's balcony and just crying just as I heard the choirs sing and heard the musicians play, and just asked God, if you could ever help me or bless me to do this, I would give it all for you. And from that day, at the age of 7 or 8 years old, to this day, some 3, I won't say how long, but a long time later.
A few moons
ago. I am still inspired by great, unpretentious, different, powerful, simplistic gospel music, and I'm inspired by it. And I'm always seeking to find other things that not just that I like, but that other people can be blessed by. To help people, as DJ Rogers once said, help people get from Monday to Tuesday, from Sunday to Monday, from Monday to Friday. That's the whole purpose of the music, and that's where I really desire to always work from, and that's the platform I've always desired to be in. So that's what inspires me. I'm gonna keep writing and sharing until I can't do it no more.
All right, and that's what we want you to do, David. We certainly do. Tell our listeners how they can connect with you online.
You can find me. Of course, I'm on Facebook, David Frazier, and David Frazier, 2 capital I's at the end, or David Frazier the second. Dave's Lyric on Twitter, David Frazier on, I believe on David Frazier 1 on Instagram and Periscope. I have a website, davidfraziermusic.com. Hopefully soon, an artist page on Facebook, and you can. I'm very easy to find. Send me an instant message, post a comment. I try to respond to everybody, and reach out. I love to answer any questions or talk to anybody or help anybody I can.
There you go. There's your invitation. And listeners, I have tagged him on Facebook, so that's an easy connection point. I know you're following me on Facebook, right? Facebook.com/Sharvette. I've also tweeted him on Twitter several times today, Twitter.com/Sharvette, and even Instagram, Sharvette M, if you're following me. So you have very easy connection points, and there's also more information on Sharvette.com. All right, David, I think we're going to go ahead and let the listeners hear the single, and we're going to free you up because I know your time is precious right around now. And I just want to thank you and appreciate you online. You've stayed connected with me just very passively, just clicking like on things, ever so often. And so as soon as I saw that you had a single coming out, I was like, I've got to have him on the show. So I appreciate you for just being you.
Well, I thank you for having such a great platform that you're able to minister to people and share with people. You have a great heart, a great spirit, and I support it, and I'm going to continue to support you and what you're doing. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go, listeners. David Frazier, All For You.
Your love has found me.
All listeners, all for you. David Frazier, pick it up. Hashtag all for you. I love that. Beautiful, just beautiful worship there. So listen, we're going to a quick commercial break, and then our next segment is kicking off. Listen, LaTanya Boyd is hanging out in the virtual green room. She's been listening to the whole show, just commenting on David and what he's been sharing. So we're going to jump right on in it. For those that want to write a book, that have written a book, you're a writer and you want to publish some work, we have some tips that's going to help you rock your book, help you get ready. LaTanya Boyd is a marketing book coach. She can help you. And listen, I can throw in a few tips myself. All right, we'll be right back after these quick commercial breaks.
It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Sharvette will be back after this.
Hello, we are 123jobzone.com, an online job search portal. We are user-friendly, and if you're searching for a job, with us, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, go to www.123jobzone.com and register as a job seeker. Step 2, once registered, upload your resumes. Step 3, get connected with employers looking for people like you who are ready and willing to work. Don't forget to follow 123 Job Zone on Twitter and Facebook to find out more about our upcoming job fairs. What are you waiting for? Stop by 123jobzone.com today. Good luck with your job search.
Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day by LaTanya Boyd, consists of inspirational messages that offer daily words of empowerment, promote spiritual growth and development in the Lord Jesus Christ for your day-to-day living. Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day. Available now on Kindle, ebook, and paperback. Log on to www.latboyd.com.
Are you starting a new business, releasing a CD, writing a new book? Consider Mitchell Productions for your web design services. Visit www.mitchell-productions.com for portfolio samples, specials, and package prices. Remember, a website is not a luxury item. It's a necessity. Check out mitchell-productions.com or find them at facebook.com/mitchellproductions.
She's here to motivate, excite, and influence you. She's Sharvette Mitchell. It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show with in-depth interviews from today's leading authors, gospel artists, stars that you want to know about. And now, Sharvette Mitchell.
All right, welcome back again to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Thank you for all those that are hanging out on the phone lines, those coming in from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Sharvette.com, our broadcast stations. We love you guys. Listen, we are moving right on in to my next segment. I am really, really excited to have this dynamic young lady joining me, LaTanya Boyd. She's founder of Fab Virtual Book Tours. She's a marketing branding coach. She's a marketing book coach. She's a 3-time international best-selling author. She helps emerging authors and national bestsellers to really create and rock their brand, rock their message, rock their book on a global scale, and she's here with us today to share some tips. So I'm running to the virtual green room to bring LaTanya Boyd up to the mic. Hello, LaTanya. Welcome to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show.
Hello, my dear sister. How are you? Thank you so much.
I am fabulous. How are you?
I am doing well. God is so good.
Oh, my, all the time.
Yes.
All
so
right.
So sharing some great tips and people can put in their literary tool belt to really rock their book and like you mentioned, their brand as well. And I know you're going to chime in with me. So I'm really excited. So I hope everyone has pen and paper.
Yes. Go get a pen and paper. If you don't have a pen and paper, you just have your iPhone. Pull out your iPhone. Go to that little app that says Notes. And listen, you can type in some notes while you are listening to these invaluable tips. And we're not even charging you, listeners. Look at that. We're not even charging you. You're about to get a book marketing webinar, teleseminar, teleconference, and we're not even charging you. All right. So LaTanya, let's jump in. I want to talk first about those that are planning to write, or perhaps they are in the early stages of writing their book. I said a little bit earlier, some people had, to write a book as one of their 2015 goals, and we've got a couple weeks left, and then we're going to be rolling into 2016. So what tips do you have for the person who's saying, I'm getting ready to write, or I have just started writing? What are things they need to be doing?
I would say to continue to write, but also think about how you can build your author's platform. I know life happens, and sometimes what happens is people, take a little break and say, I'll get to it. No, what you want to do is build your author's platform. This will hold you accountable, that you will finish your project and what God has blessed you to do with put pen to paper. So think about how you can build your author's platform. Social media is a big way in doing that. If you're already on social media, then you really want to maximize your reach. Create an author's page out there for yourself. If you're on Twitter, create a Twitter page for yourself. And I know you can chime in on this part. A website is very important for you to have an online presence out there. Now,
absolutely.
Some writing techniques. This is something I was going to do a periscope on, so you don't get too, caught up. The holiday season, you get a little busy. I understand, because life does happen. You can use your recorder on your cell phone, and you can record a chapter, and then you can have that transcribed later on. You mentioned earlier in the show that you can write notes right there from your iPad, your tablet, or your phone, and you're still, getting that writing in. It's very important to continue to write. Journaling is an excellent way to continue your writing, is by journaling. That's how I did my first book, is by journaling, and I took that, and it became an international bestseller, Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 Inspirational Quotes to Jumpstart Your Day. And so that's how I started that book, is through my journaling. And once I completed it, I put it together, had it transcribed, and now it's a book. So those are the tools. Yes, I hope I'm not talking too fast.
No, you're good. Listen, I like to give content, to give valuable content and valuable information to our listeners. So you said some really key things. So don't stop writing, even if you feel like, I'm just going to take some weeks off. So I heard you say, and I'm recapping, don't stop writing. You want to continue to write. You want to continue to journal. Now, one thing that I always recommend to those that write is I also recommend blogging, which is similar to journaling, but you're just online. So even if you haven't fully started writing your book out yet, would you agree that blogging is a great way to kind of build your online presence and also keep that writing going?
Absolutely. Again, we want to establish an online presence. You want to create buzz before the actual release of the book. And I like what Brother David, if I could just pause for 1 minute, I like what Brother David did, and I'm loving his single. I can't wait to download it for myself. But I saw the video, and what he mentioned was that they did the video before the actual release of the single. Okay, so this is a nugget. This is a great marketing tool. You do a trailer for your book before the actual release of the book. Take the title, build that title up. Take a character, build that character up. Do a video with yourself, just introducing the book that will be releasing shortly. Why? Because people eat with their eyes. And so I'm listening. He said he was a little apprehensive. He's never done that before. But we really want to stretch ourselves. We really want to step outside of the box. And so what he did, I congratulate him on that, because that drew me in. When I saw this video, I thought, oh, my goodness. And you mentioned how it crossed barriers, it crossed platforms. So this is a great tool to create a video. Matter of fact, I wrote a book called People Eat With Their Eyes, How to Effectively Create a Book Trailer. And it's just like a movie. You do when you see a movie, Denzel Washington, not that, we're cousins or anything, but, I wouldn't mind to be his cousin. But, before the upcoming release of a movie, they do a trailer. So So you might want to do a 30-second trailer or, 30-minute trailer, so to get people's literary whistles, salivating. Oh, I can't wait to turn the pages on that book.
Yes, and you know what, LaTanya, I have seen trailers, book trailers at all varying levels. I've seen them done very simply, where it was maybe just kind of slides with words and music, and I've seen them all the way to the end of where it looked like a movie trailer. I was ready to get my popcorn, go get my Regal Awards card, and go swipe so I could go sit down and watch it. So I've seen with actors and everything, so it reaches the full gamut.
Exactly, and that's what you want to do. That's your aim when you begin to market, when you begin to rock your book. That's what you want to do. You want people to be like, oh, my goodness, is that a movie or a book? So, yes, that's what you want to do. And, you never know. I tell my clients, you never know. Someone may want to make it a screenplay into a movie. You never know.
Yes. Absolutely, and I know authors, certainly in the city of Richmond, Virginia. A big shout out to Vincent Ellis White and Iris. Oh my goodness, I can't remember her last name, but I know two authors who one his book was made into a screenplay, and actually I'm actually thinking of he's one of the ones that has a video, a trailer that looks like a movie, and then the other young lady, Iris, actually took her book, created a mini TV show that appeared here locally in Richmond, Virginia. So you've got a lot of possibilities. All right, so for the new authors, the new writers, up and coming, they want to start building their online presence, continuing to write, putting those feelers and those trailers out to get people interested. What else should they be doing? All right. And I also recommend for authors, as far as your online presence, I recommend that you heavily use Facebook. You want to definitely use Facebook. LaTanya, it appears we maybe have having some technical difficulty. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are good to go. Keep on talking.
Good. Yes, you definitely want to maximize your reach globally on Facebook and build a strong community, a strong tribe, and people who's going to support and really be connected to your writing. So I would definitely recommend that. Now, here's the thing, and I know Sharvette can chime in. When you build your author's platform, I say this over and over again, people eat with their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to have a good billboard. I call it a Facebook billboard. That's the picture behind the little avatar square picture behind it. Make sure you have a good billboard. Make sure you have a good headshot, not the one with the shower curtains and toilet paper. That's not a good shot.
Ooh. If you can't say ouch, if you can't say amen, you better say ouch.
You want people to take you serious as an author. You are the brand. As an author, you're the brand. So when people stop to your page, they're going to eat with their eyes. And if they see that, some people will be turned off. I'm sorry. I'm turned off. Like, no. So you want to make sure, and you really don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good headshot. Something clean, clear, and crisp. I'm saying just to get yourself started, and later on, you can get yourself a professional shot. But something clear and crisp out there that really represent who you are as an author and as your brand image.
Absolutely. You preaching louder than they shouting, LaTanya. You preaching louder than they shouting. And this is the thing. You need the professional picture before your book goes to print, because your picture needs to be on the back of the book.
Exactly. So you really want to think about that. Then, you can take a nice selfie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all can take good selfies, but their selfie is not going to print well. It's not going to show up in print.
Exactly. So you want to think about doing a headshot. So put that on your to-do list. I need a professional headshot. And I'm not saying spend a whole lot of money for it. I don't know if where you live, they may have Sears or Walmart used to. I'm not sure if they still do, but you can still take a nice, clear, crisp. If you know a professional photographer, then go ahead and sit down and have a session there and do it nice. And when you do that, okay, here's another tip. When you do your headshot, I recommend you have some 2 to 3 changes. So that way you can mix and match and, be versatile in the image. Because you want to change up your image, your picture, every so often. I change my 3 times a month. I change my image out there. Because you want to be consistent. You want to keep it fresh. Because you're always going to have someone new visiting your page, following you, liking you. So you're always going to have that. So I try to keep it moving in that sense that I keep it crisp and fresh. You always want to keep your brand image fresh.
All right, #rock your book. Listen, Latanya, we have a shout out from Twitter, a new author herself, Shakita Lee. Hey, thanks for listening in. Thank you for listening in. Carla R. Jenkins, thanks for the retweets. We appreciate it. All right.
Well, thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so talk about
my cousin out there. That's good. She just wrote a book. She just released her book, Chocolate for Diamonds, a soul. I might be messing up her title. I don't want to mess it up. But congratulations. Thank you so much for tuning in. The other thing to do, Periscope and Blab is the big thing now. You might think about doing Periscope. I'm not saying do 3 hours of Periscope, but just do a Periscope introducing yourself, letting people know you're putting pen to paper and upcoming release of your book. People, I know Sharvette can chime in on this, people eat with their eyes, and the video is great to do, and you can upload that to your Facebook page. You can upload it to YouTube. You can go to catch.me or catchme.com and sign up and register there so people can see your video from time to time and use that link. You get your personal URL and use that link. Embed that link on your web page. Embed it on your Facebook page, Twitter page. You just want to saturate social media so they'll be able to so you'll create buzz that your book is coming down the road very soon.
Oh, wonderful. And if you don't know what Periscope is an app that you download on your phone that allows you to do live video streams. So it's just like you taking a video, doing a video with your phone. The only difference is that it's live and you do have interaction with those that are watching you. So I love that you said to use Periscope to kind of just introduce people, create a buzz. And it's catch, if you're wondering, what did she say again? Catch with a K. Okay, so it's just like catching a ball, but you spell it with a K, catch.me. You sign up one time, and it will automatically save all of your Periscope videos because Periscope only stays on there for 24 hours. So catch.me will allow it to archive those videos for you. So awesome. All right, I love that. And then Blab is one of the newest things that's out and available for people. To talk a little bit about Blab and how an author can use Blab.
They can use Blab, and Blab, you can also invite people in if you want to have an online author chat. I'm talking to those who've written a book and the book is already out there. You can have an online author chat. You can have an online author read. Even if you're writing a book, an upcoming release, you can kind of read a chapter, give them something to salivate there, the literary, and do an author read on there, then invite people in if they have some questions for you and one of the main characters, that type of thing. And that's a great tool to use.
Absolutely. So you want to get comfortable with video. I think it sounds like that's a theme. Would you agree that that's a theme that's going to continue and that's not going anywhere, LaTanya?
Absolutely. You want to get comfortable in speaking. You want to get comfortable being in front of an audience, whether you're live or if you're on, video. You want to be comfortable in that process. So use these tools to your advantage to really maximize your reach globally. I love these platforms because it's a global reach. You can reach anyone and everyone across the globe, can see you, connect with you, and it's all about building your platform, building relationships, Again, I tell my clients, you never, ever know who you're going to touch or who's going to reach out to you.
That's right. And our last guest just mentioned that, David Frazier, again, who is a songwriter, close similarity to author and artist, but, putting out the video for a single, and he's getting contacts from Japan, so it is absolutely can take you global. So I want you to talk a little bit about Amazon for a few minutes, because you did a Periscope, and I remember I retweeted and shared, and some people jumped on and were like, oh, that was such a great tip. So in Amazon, what resources and tools do they have for authors, and what should authors be using and doing in Amazon.com?
Absolutely. If you're an existing author and you have a book out there, you really want to maximize and really build your author's platform on AmazonAuthorCentral.com. You really want to do that. It's such a great platform to use. You can link your blog page. You can add your photo, your biography, any other books that you may have. You can link it into your name on there, and then they give you a personal URL for you to use. And, again, you can use this on social media. There's a icon for Twitter. There's an icon for Facebook. You can have an author's discussion right there on Amazon. And I find that not a lot of authors are really using this. It's free. Not a lot of authors are really using it, and they should, because you can use it as a marketing tool. I use my platform as a marketing tool. So when people Google your name, this will come up. And then when they go there, they'll see, oh, she's written more than one book, and they'll see, and it might pique interest for them to go ahead and purchase your other books that you have out there. It'll pique interest in going to your website, because you can put the link to your website. And it gives, you can put down your bio. So they'll get to know you a little better on this particular platform.
And you know what? I think that's wonderful that you mentioned, that the search engines, because Amazon.com, you can buy anything on Amazon. Like, Amazon is taking over the world. From an online standpoint, they're selling everything. And so just having a page on there will help with your search engine optimization. And if people are trying to Google and look for things that your book can help address, then in particular, they may be able to find you on Amazon before they get to your Facebook or your website, but that's okay. If you have this Amazon author page, then they can link to you and do all that. I love it. Other things about Amazon that people should know?
Amazon, you can link your Twitter page, but they can also follow you. Because of the link, they can follow you. So if they click on the Facebook page, it can take them to your Facebook page. That type of thing, so they can begin to follow. They'll take you to your web page. The trailer. We talked about the trailer. You can upload your video trailer on your Amazon Author Central. Again, you want to use this as a marketing tool. Use it as a marketing tool. So you can upload your video to Amazon Author Central and use that URL and market it. Market your book from there.
Ooh, okay. So, LaTanyha, let authors know if they want to work with you, and because certainly you all can hear the plethora of guidance and solutions that she has for you. How can they work with you? How can they get some support from you?
Absolutely. I thank you so much, Sharvette, for allowing me to come on and share some Rock Your Book tips. For those authors out there, establishing authors out there, I can be reached at www.latboyd.com. I am the CEO and president of Fab Virtual Book Tours, which is another avenue to market and promote your book on a global scale. It's a Fab Virtual Book Tours. We have some great strategies and solutions that we can help you build your author's platform. We can help you build your brand, and we can help you just to put your message out there. So I do some coaching. I do marketing book coaching. I do social media coaching, and I do on-air coaching to get you prepped and ready before you go before the camera, before you go on radio live. And so we do those type of things. Again, it's Fab Virtual Book Tours. I can be reached at www.latboyd.com. I give free consultation. Right there, all you have to do is log onto the website. Everything is one-stop shop. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, everything right there at latboyd, the number 1. I'm on Facebook at author Tanyha Boyd. You can find me there, and it's also under Fab Virtual Book Tours.
Woohoo! And we have several of your authors that come through and are guests on our show if you are doing a Fab virtual tour. So that is a bonus there. A lot of the authors are coming through and featured on the show here. And so, LaTanyha, certainly I have tagged you in Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. Let them know the best connection points for you in your social media.
Thank you so much, Sharvette. I thank you for being a top influence and supporting our authors, supporting Fab Virtual Tours to really get our authors out there and their message and their books out there. So we appreciate you, and thank you again for this opportunity to go ahead and share some Rock Your Book tips.
Wonderful. All right, so we've covered Amazon, we've talked about video, we talked about pictures, we talked about Facebook, we talked about journaling, we talked about blogging. So what do you say to an author potentially or writer who says, I'm having writer's block? Whatever that is. I'm not inspired anymore. I'm hit a wall. Any suggestions for writer's block?
Absolutely. You know, that's happened to me. Take a minute. Take a break. It's okay to take a break. Step away and then go back because you really don't want to force it. You force it, then it's not going to be as authentic as when you're in that zone. So it's okay to take a break and then come back. Don't take too long of a break, but then come back and revisit and begin to put pen to paper. You know, sometimes we do get tired and we need that break, and it's okay. So don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up over that. Just keep it moving, and God will begin to download what he wants you to put pen to paper. So it's okay to take that break.
It's okay to take a break. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. All right, so in the last few minutes here, let's talk, because there's a lot of social media sites that are out there, and of course we talked about Periscope a little bit in Facebook. Are there like you must be on like your top 3 to 5 sites that every author must be on?
I would recommend Facebook, we talked about. Twitter is a hot thing. Right now, Periscope is the hot thing right now. But if you're not comfortable, I want you to find a platform that you're comfortable. But don't get too comfortable, because I challenge all of my clients to step outside the box, because it's not good to be comfortable in just one place. You can't reach a lot of people in just one place. You got to stretch yourself out and to reach other people in other platforms. So they'll get to know you as an author and you as a brand. So you want to build relationships on other platforms. Please, please, please do not visit other platforms and all you do is sell, 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 sell. You want to add valuable content. Content, content, content. The 3 C's on being on social media is content, conversation, and communication. You want to do that. People want to be engaging on social media. They don't want to see, can you buy my book? Can you buy my book? No, take something out of the book. If it's a subject matter, I'll use forgiveness. Forgiveness in your book that you talk about, take that and begin to write about that. You can use 1 or 2 sentences on Facebook and post that out there. Post questions out there, because you want people to be engaging. You want people to respond to these questions. It doesn't happen overnight, but what happens is consistency. People want to see there's some type of consistency on your pages. You want to work smarter and not harder. So let's say if you have Facebook and you have Twitter, you can tie in your Twitter account with your Facebook. What that means is if you tweet something, it'll automatically go to your Facebook page, and vice versa. If you put something on Facebook, it can go to your Twitter page. That type of thing.
All right, there you go. Listen, listeners, I know you got a mouthful, an earful today. If you are an author, there are resources to help you. Do not be overwhelmed. Take step by step. Actually, you can, if you want to jump over to Sharvette.com, there's a shop page, the last page on the top menu, and I have a few resources there as well that will help authors, the low-price products that will help authors, online tools, and all of that. So make sure you do that if you're on Sharvette.com. Click on the shop page. All right, LaTanyha, our time is up. It has been great having you on the show.
Oh, my goodness. Time flies. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Girl, I'm all fired up now. I'm all fired up now.
Hashtag rock your book. So listen, we are just excited that we had the opportunity to have you, and certainly we'll have you back in the new year as well for all of those new resolutions, for those that want to write books and all that good stuff, and just to share more content with our listeners. So the last question for you, the goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence, and we want to know what continues to motivate you.
Actually, that's to see other people really walk out their purpose and their goals. That's what influenced me. You can hear the passion I have for writing, the passion I have for authors out there to really put their message out there. And that's what really excites and motivates me, is to see someone else walk in their dream and walk in their purpose. That's what excites me.
Well said, well said. Well, I think that is a wrap. Thank you so much for stopping by the show so much. And I'm telling you what, listeners, we're going to wrap it up for today, and we're going to be back. You know, we give you all wonderful shows, and we thank you so much for your support. Thank you. We love you. We love you. Happy holidays, and peace and love to you and yours.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you have been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Connect with her at Sharvette.com. And until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. The Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Signing off.